This is Level With Me. This is my show where I talk about games and what I think the level design and environment art and stuff is doing. And today we are playing some more of the Long Dark story mode. The Long Dark is a survival game about surviving in a cold wilderness, but it also has a story mode, and they recently released episode 3 of the story mode. Unlike Half-Life 2, they actually did get to episode 3. So let's get into it. Which one should I load? I think I'll load this one. We're about halfway through episode 1. Oh gosh.
What really happened here?
I think that was further than that. Let me see. Yeah, wasn't I over here? Oh well. Let me load this one. To catch you up where we are in a town called Milton. Milton is some town in the cold Canadian wilderness somewhere. There's been some giant environmental calamity which has like destroyed all of the world's electronics and machines or whatever, and it makes wolves attack people or whatever. And so we just crashed in a plane somewhere around here. We wandered our way into this town, and now we've met this person who's named Grey Mother. She's been a long-time resident of this town, but she's being gentrified out of her town by this environmental calamity. And now we have to journey over here to this barn or some kind of cabin over here, because she's sending us on a quest to go get something. So that's what we're about to do here today. Let's head out. Well, first I should actually check my food and supplies and stuff. So again, this is a survival game. You'll notice all my things on the left side of the screen over there in the bottom left corner, where it's all my needs and wants and stuff. So you have to manage all this stuff, and you have to make sure you're staying warm. And you also have items and food. I think we have a good amount of food, so we should be okay to make our way over. Don't have any weapons. I have this stone. I can throw rocks at the wolves if any wolves come out at us. But we just have to, looks like we have to turn right and just walk down this main street right here. This is a dead moose. Last week we scared off some wolves eating this deer carcass, but we have enough food. We don't really need any food right now. Also, I'm playing on easy mode, so that's another reason why we can play a little sloppily and not really care too much about what's happening. All the cars in this game are interactive, which is super cool. You can go inside. It's a foolproof way to get away from wild animals if there's like a bear chasing you. And sometimes there's also like supplies and goodies lost in the car. But it looks like there's nothing in here. It's also a good way to warm up, too, if you're feeling too cold. Just gonna keep running along here in this path. So, I would say the biggest strength of the Long Dark is probably its art style, where it's just like this really nice, painterly, chunky kind of aesthetic going on, with a big, large wilderness setting. And then over here you can see we are being directed to this abandoned farmhouse in the distance, it seems. Yeah, that's where we have to go. But yeah, just look at the texturing, the impressionistic trees. As we've talked about earlier, this game usually draws a lot of comparisons to Firewatch, but I would say both games are contemporary with each other. They're both kind of being developed and made around the same time. So it's not really a case of one game copying another. If anything, they're copying... Oh, there's a wolf. We should be careful. If I was playing on a harder difficulty mode, the wolf would see me and come after me, but we're not. But in this case, I would say both games crib more from Team Fortress 2 and other in World of Warcraft and... Oh.
This'll come in handy.
Yeah, let's take their socks. You know, there's plenty of other things we can draw inspiration from. Ooh, firewood is always nice to have. This is a workbench kind of thing. So this is where, ooh, we can set up a little rabbit snare if we want. So workbenches help you craft things. So for instance, if we wanted to craft a snare, a rabbit trap, we might do that. What was that sound? I guess that was a rabbit running away from me. So yeah, we can set up... This is actually a really good place to set up a rabbit snare. Let's see... Where would the... There. So rabbit snares are little traps. Usually, if you're playing this game, you want to set up the rabbit snare where you see rabbits already. Like... Yeah, like there. And then go inside the cabin or go to sleep or whatever, and then you wake up the next morning and you'll get a fresh rabbit stuck in your snare that you can skin for food and stuff.
That's a bad sign.
Oh yeah, blood. It's never a good sign, right? Oh.
That scarf wrapped around your arm. Where'd you get it?
You're never gonna find her.
What did you do to my friend?
We burned them all, you know, in the old school. It was so easy. We just shoved them in there and locked the door.
You monsters.
It just happened. All the lights went out, the damn bus lost control and crashed into
So
the
if you're not familiar with the story going on right now, in the past few weeks, it's been established that we are like some sad guy, and we are looking for another sad person who was in the plane when the plane crashed. She managed to escape, and she's somewhere in the wilderness, and we're trying to find her.
But we sure warmed them up.
So this seems to be some kind of prisoner.
You're a bastard.
Who
That's about right.
is mocking us. Nice facial
We
animation.
put them all in the old schoolhouse so we could keep an eye on them. And then something happened to the lights.
Kind of weird how the writing is repeating itself, but
It was like sparks everywhere and then fire. Your scarf lady found us while the school was burning.
Scarf Lady. I think that's gonna be what I call her now,
Tried to
Scarf
get them
Lady.
out, but it was already too late. Smoke already did him in. She fought like hell to try and get him out. She stuck a knife or a screwdriver, I'm not sure,
So
in
much
one of our guys.
exposition.
Cut me too. And then ran out into the blizzard.
Where did you see her after
Can I
that?
take his knife and use it for
You want to know
crafting?
about your lady? Help me first.
Damn it, tell me where she is.
We caught up, but she's a fiery one. Still had the knife. Got me real good, you can see. We tried to stop her, but she ended up on the bus. And somehow, she was small enough to crawl through the crushed part. She got away. Whatever good it's gonna do her.
If you so much as hurt.
Ah, we barely clipped her wings. She wasn't hurt too bad.
Not hurt too bad.
All right, she was bleeding.
Oh, in the chat, Signed Integer 15 asks, hey Robert, I saw your interview with Adam Foster titled as Level With Me. Did this series start as a series of interviews with other designers? And yeah, that's true. Level With Me started as a series of interviews I was doing for Rock Paper Shotgun.
You have no idea how
Where I
stubborn
would talk to a level designer doing interesting work, and then we would also try to collaborate on something and make something that tries to like embody their design ethos. So
I told you what I know.
is he dead yet? So with Level With Me,
Pull this knife
that
out.
was kind of meant to respond to
Stuck in deep.
what I saw as a
And I
need
can't
for
feel
more
anything
discourse
all my waist.
about level design.
need
I
it
felt
out.
like people weren't really talking about level
You go
design
after
that
the old
much.
lady in the house too?
Compared to like the classic golden years of like
School burn
Doom or
death.
Quake 1, where level designers were seen as like the auteurs of
You think they
games.
put me on that bus
But
for
these
my good
days,
behavior?
level designers aren't seen as the main
That's the
artistic
best of
voice
Black
behind
Rock.
something. Level designers are just
Yeah,
providing
you know,
another
Black Rock
asset
Federal
and stuff,
Pen.
which is fine. That's not too bad.
where they put the
Maybe
worst
that's how
of the
things
bad
are these
people.
days.
The bad people
But I would
bad.
say I still kind of believe that that is a general
too bad for the
problem
mainland.
in the way we talk about games now,
It's
where
like an old penal colony or
so much of
something.
these games are about
Yeah.
walking and moving through spaces, but then we don't really think about what those
I know there's
spaces
no
are
easy way
doing.
for us to get back.
We don't really think about how
Imagine
spaces
how
like
lucky you
affect
are.
us that much. And this is still what I try to do with my streaming series. I think. I still want to talk about what things are doing. Character art is cool. Like that guy looks cool. Oh, I'm gonna take his
You
knife.
don't deserve help. But here.
Oh. Oh, that's better. Now, I'll just sit here for a while. I think I'm warming up.
Oh, good for him. Can I take all his stuff? Oh, bank deposit key. Take that. Thank you very much. Cash is useless because society has collapsed, but cash makes for good Tinder, apparently. But I thought Canada switched to that, like, plastic money, right? I thought the Canadian Mint makes popularized all that plastic money. It's not very authentic to be burning green paper money, right? Didn't they switch to plastic money a while ago, too? So let's keep looting the place. Again, toilets are very good in this game. Toilets are OP. Toilets are a really good source of water and fresh, drinkable water. So in this game, when you find a toilet, it's usually really good to stock up on it. But I think we're doing pretty good in terms of water. We still have 0.5 gallons, which is a lot of water, actually. If you play this game yourselves, make sure you don't carry too much water around with you a lot, because water's really heavy. 0.5 gallons is like a lot. That'll last you like a day or two already, just by itself, so you don't really need that much. So, we'll leave all that toilet water be. But let's walk around, see if there's anything good to steal from this guy. Oh, anything in the fridge?
Is it food?
Oh, ew. I don't want moldy rabbit. Ew. Look around for some more stuff. You can search all the cabinets in classical immersive sim fashion. So if you like doing that in games, you'll like this. Ooh, new peanut butter. In general, I like how this game handles like findable, pick-upable objects, just because you get really excited about like finding peanut butter or something. In survival mode, this cabin's pretty good because sometimes you'll find a gun underneath this bed or over here. It looks like there's no gun over here, or a gun on this gun rack, but it's not always there, unfortunately. Okay, well, we got some fresh new peanut butter. I think I got everything we need. We got the key. That's what she wanted us to find from him. I think we have plenty of everything else. Oh, we can take this pry bar. We can open up cars with that. But other than that, I think we're done here. Let's go home. Oh my god, it's like a big blizzard out here though. Usually when it's a big blizzard, you should usually just stay at home because it's not really worth it. Let's check our rabbit trap. Oh no, still no rabbit. Oh well, maybe next time. Oh man, I think... okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Let's see how we do. I'll save the game and try to make it back in the blizzard. There's a wolf. Let's throw a rock at the wolf. That's right. If I was playing easy mode, I would not have done that because that would be a very bad idea. Okay. Oh, one thing I wish this game did was it models snow, but it doesn't. The snow isn't dynamic, and I kind of wish, there's so much emphasis put on the weather effects and stuff. I wish snow would pile up, and then sometimes after a few sunny days, the snow would like melt. I don't think the game does that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of wish that the snow was more dynamic. Partly because I also played Outer Wilds, and in Outer Wilds they have the dynamic sand and stuff, and that just makes the world come alive so much. It gets so interesting when you have to think about how the terrain will morph and change based on the weather and based on time and stuff. So, again, if you're playing survival mode or harder difficulty mode in this game, you would probably not want to do what I'm doing, just because the blizzard can get really intense, and you can get really, really cold, and then if you're too cold, you can't really do anything. You just have to go back inside.
Could end up being useful.
Ooh, and like sleep and stuff, and sleep it off. Winter fuel, that's good. Banged up condensed milk. That's pretty gross. I don't think I'm gonna eat that. You usually don't want to eat really gross food just because you might get sick. And if you get sick, you might be like bedridden, and then you have to like sit there for a while. Again, what's most useful about houses is they have toilets with water in them. Delicious, delicious water. They have curtains where you can get clothes scrapped. They have ready-made beds that are usually pretty warm. And that's why houses in general in this game are just really, really, really good. And the fact that this map has a lot of houses makes it really good for beginners, especially. So if you play your first map, you play your first time in the Long Dark, you should usually play in the Milton map, just because that means you can scavenge in all the houses and get a lot of treasure and food and stuff. Ooh. Ammo. The effects work in this game is also just really nice. I think something that usually doesn't get remarked upon too much. I also like the detail on this effects work. There's some kind of raycasting stuff going on where you can see here I'm being shielded by this building, so there's not much snow in my face. But if I walk out here, suddenly there's a bunch of snow in my face. So there's a concept of like ray casting and like wind shadows and stuff. Like if I stand here now that I'm shielded from the wind, I think I can regain a little bit of energy or something. I don't really know the details of the mechanics. Oh, just to go in the bank, sorry. Tin Kelp says that can of moldy peaches or whatever was dented, so it might make you sick. Yeah, I mean, or also the quality percentage on it was really low. That's more the big deal, but in real life, yes, you usually should not eat from dented cans. Just because that's...
Where would they hide the combination for this vault?
Oh, yeah, I need to get into the safety deposit box. But I don't know how to get into this vault. I need to find clues. But anyway, you should not eat dented condensed milk because that means there might be, you know, like some botulism in the can and stuff. It's no good. So, you know, you're learning some real life, some real security tips here.
I could use this.
I don't know where to find the vault combination. It might be in this... Oh, in this bathroom? No. Probably be in the head office, I guess. The head office would be over here. Maybe if I search these drawers. Oh.
Must be the key to the bank manager's house.
Okay, so... let's head out and find the bank manager's house. And then maybe we'll find the combination for the bank vault. So if I was a bank manager, where would I live? Would I live over here? No, that house is all boarded up. If I was a bank manager, let's see, I would not live in the post office. Maybe I'd live in here. No, it wasn't locked. Oh, this is just someone's random house. Some flares. Flares are nice. Ooh, feather. That's nice. Yeah, nothing else really to do here. Oh, my boots sound so soggy. Maybe I should have gone with better boots. Yeah, you can see my boots sound all squishy, and then when you walk around, your footsteps sound squishy. That's some really nice attention there. Yeah, but all my clothes are soggy because I haven't found enough clothes. I need a better coat. But if I didn't stand out there in the blizzard... I did not pick up those combat boots back there just because they were too ragged and then I have to repair them in order for them to be useful. I think maybe it would be nice if I just went inside. No, but if I go to sleep, then it'll just be dark when I wake up, and then it'll be kind of pointless. I'll just have to go back to bed again. Maybe the bank manager lives in here. No, this doesn't look like anywhere to live. Some more wood and things. Okay, so I like this indirect quest mechanic where there's no real incentive here to scavenge, so that's why they set us up on this quest to walk around and try all these different houses. This house? Nope. And it's getting dark. Maybe it would be better to just eat something. And then call it a day. The problem here is that there's no wood-burning stove, because these are modern houses, right? Instead, they have, Oh wait, I need to refill my lantern. My lantern. Refuel it. Sounds like I'm peeing into the lantern now. Let's go ahead and light that lantern. You can see what we're dealing with in this house. You can see, yeah, there's not even a stove actually. So you can't really, like, do anything. Can't really cook or anything. This is a bad house. This is not good to stay here. Maybe I were a bank manager. I feel like if I lived in if I was a bank manager, I'd have a big house, right? So maybe I should be looking for the bigger house? Maybe I'm approaching this all wrong. I can't really see anything. Let me turn this light on. Oh, here's just like a weird... Oh, some soda. Yeah, it looks like someone was just kind of crashing here, but this isn't a real place to sleep. Or is it? Toaster. Find the bed. Medicine. I didn't find any clues to where the bank manager would be, unfortunately. I can't go downstairs, unfortunately. Yeah, there's no bed here. If we look in the map, yeah, we can see there's a few choices about where we can look, but the town is pretty small, so... Trying to find the bank manager's house by brute force doesn't seem too bad. But it's getting so dark that it might be easier to just go to bed and wait for daylight. Then it'll be easier to find the house. Just because it's getting very blizzardy and it's dark. So, the next house with a bed, we should stay inside it. This house? Maybe this house? Maybe this house? I don't think there's any more houses that way. I think there's some houses over here. It's just hard to tell because half these houses are boarded up, so I don't really know. Let's try this one. Oh! I think this is the bank manager's house. Because it was locked. And now we can sleep in the manager's bed, maybe. Ooh, fresh cooked fish. Don't mind if I do. Look at that. And then there's even a wood-burning stove. That's really good. That means we can hang out here if we want to. There might be, ooh!
I think I can use this.
It's a decent, simple parka. That's nice. Let's put that on. Okay, we are wearing it. That's good. We can maybe warm up, eat some dinner. And then, oh, I thought those were cigarettes. Oh, too bad. Let's eat some dinner and then go to bed and wait for this storm to pass. So, first, let's build a little fire. Let's burn some cash. Let's be anti-capitalist here. Let's see. Let's burn some of our cedar. And let's see if that fire catches. So there's also some light RPG elements to this whole game where I believe if you like read some books or something, read some skill books, you can like level up your fire starting skill. Clearly, I need to level up my fire starting skill. Okay, let's burn this book instead. Let's burn the cash and burn the books, right? Then everyone wins.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, that looks like it caught. Nice.
That's done.
Okay, so once that fire catches, this is where you have to maybe... Coal will make the fire burn hotter, which is good. And then hardwoods will make the fire go for longer. Reclaimed wood you can usually get very easily anywhere. Sticks you can usually get very easily anywhere. So usually when you're playing this game, the good strategy is to use up your renewable resources like reclaimed wood and sticks. Just because they're heavy also. Okay, so we're doing that. We could also cook things if we wanted to. Like, let's cook this gamey venison. Ooh! Now it's cooking. Ooh. So we have to just walk away for an hour. And then it's super cozy, right? Like, this whole game... This is one thing I really like about this game. It's like, this is what walking simulators should be. Walking simulators should let you sit. Walking simulators should let you, like, linger and, like, hang out in a place more. This is probably my favorite thing to do in that Red Dead Redemption game, where you build a little camp and you can just like sit there. Same kind of idea here, where you can just build a cozy, roaring fire and eat some freshly cooked venison, drink some toilet water as you do. And then we can just hang out and just watch this fire. Wait for our venison to cook. I wish more games did this, you know? And then while you're waiting for your venison to cook, you can just, you know, hang out, call your mother. How's everyone in the chat doing? Has everyone in the chat called their mother lately? Has everyone in the chat... Are you having a good day? Do you have a good lunch? You know, it's just like the pacing. You're letting the player like self-regulate what they're doing. If the player doesn't feel like resting or anything, then they can I don't know, like go outside in the middle of the night and like go shoot some wolves or something, right? You can do whatever you want. Oh, Tin Kelp in the chat mentions that their mother is dead. Sorry to hear that. Okay, don't call your mother then. That would not work. Instead, you can, talk to me in the chat, or talk to someone else. Yeah, this is almost kind of like witchy. This is almost like a seance, right? We should always do all this stuff. Let's see, what else should we do? Right now, okay, you can see our backpack is getting heavier, or our carrying capacity is getting heavier just because we're getting more and more tired right here. So after we eat some food, after we fill up on some calories, we should probably maybe like go to bed or something. Oh, is this... Can you overcook the venison? I wonder how the cooking mechanic works. Before, when I was playing this like a year before, like maybe a year ago or something, cooking was being done through a menu. So I much prefer this more authentic, immersive sim way where we see the object and like place it on top of the object. That's pretty nice. While we're waiting for it to cook, we can keep inspecting all our other stuff. We have a lot of these rose hips. These are good for making a tea if you run out of medicine. I'm carrying scrap metal around for some reason. Fuck that, I'm dropping that scrap metal. We have a lot of matches. Matches do not respawn in this game, so if you play this game yourself, make sure you pick up all the matches you find and like ideally stash them or keep them. We have some socks. Are we wearing enough socks? I think we should change to our wool socks. These seem like they have better stats. I'm gonna change to these wool socks. You can see everything is drying out. My pants are still quite wet, 69% wet. Pretty nice if you ask me. But we do need more pants, because right now, oh my god. Right now we're just wearing thermal underwear. Right now we're just running around in this like Under Armour shit. Oh my god. I mean, that's kind of hot, that's kind of sexy, but still not the best thing to do outside, right? Wolves do not care if they can see your bulge, right? Wolves will just kill you either way. Oh my god, so you do have to get the venison before you overcook it. That's beautiful. Okay, let's just eat it fresh from the stove. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at how full I am now. Oh man, look at all those calories. And then for dessert, I mean, we could cook the other venison, but I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Let's cook some. Let's cook the other venison while we're here. On the chat, Chernal's bot asks, can you light fires any other way? So you can also make campfires if you're out in the wilderness. And if you don't have any matches, you can also find a magnifying glass. But in that case, if you use the magnifying glass, it's pretty difficult to light the whole thing. You have to level up your fire making skill. You have to level up your Boy Scout skill a lot if you want to use the magnifying glass, I believe. I think you can also maybe use like one of those Boy Scout like wooden splint things, maybe? I don't quite remember. Okay, we have lichen. Or should I eat the peanut butter? I wish I could just eat some of that peanut butter, you know? I wish I could just eat like half of that jar. That would be beautiful, but oh man, look at that peanut butter. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I'll eat this chocolate bar. How about that? I'll eat that for dinner. Oh, but now it's making me thirsty. Okay, I better drink some more water. We also have some sardines we can eat. Water purification tablets in case we get desperate. Because first you have to use the stove to melt water, and then you have to boil it to purify it. Or you can just use the stove to melt water and then use these tablets. But in general, these tablets are way too heavy, 0.55 pounds. And in general, usually you have enough wood in practice to just boil the water anyway. So I've never actually found those tablets to be useful. Let's see. Oh, in the chat, Signed Integer asks, I wonder if it's possible to do a vegan run in this game without eating animals or wearing wool. Yeah, I don't know. That would probably be a good place, like on the subreddit for this game. Probably has a lot of ideas about how to do a vegan run. Where I could probably... Actually, no, you can't. Because it's really hard. You could eat cattails. I think cattails are really the only reliable vegan food source in this game, where it's renewable. Otherwise, usually you're hunting food. But cattails, I think they don't respawn fast enough. So if you were trying to do a vegan run in this game, you would probably only survive maybe as long as you could scavenge enough chocolate and crackers and stuff. Oh, is my venison done? I don't want it to burn. Okay. Well, I don't need to eat it just yet. But notice here that when you cook food, the food here is go back to 100% quality. So that's a really good strategy when you have food that's like meat that's starting to rot. Then you cook it to bring it back to 100%, and that like resets the timer or something. Okay, I'll just store it on my person, I guess. And then go straight to bed, I guess. Or we can boil some water. Oh, what? Oh, the boiling water mechanic is interesting. Okay, so I'll just leave that water there to melt in case we might need water eventually. And let's just go straight to bed. Ah, where's the bed? It's so hard to find in the darkness. You have to like... Ah, there. Okay, let's sleep until... Feels really hot. It's 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Maybe the fire was too hot. Okay, I slept for a good amount of time, and it looks like it's daylight out now. So now I can search around here for that vault combination, right? Probably somewhere around here, I think.
Hope I can still eat this.
Ooh, bank vault code. 193008. Okay, don't forget that. Okay, people in the chat, you're gonna have to remind me, because I'm probably gonna forget it. Okay, I don't think we need any more toilet water. I think we're good. We have some water. If we ever need an emergency, we're out of water, we can come back. Let's maybe... Is there any charcoal in here? No, I don't think there's any charcoal in there. Okay, let's search for any last supplies. Oh yeah, we got that really nice fish in the freezer. I'll save that as a treat for later. Ooh, make sure you search microwaves in this game. Sometimes there's food in there. Okay, let's go open up that bank vault. And then get that lady whatever she needed. So now that it's daylight and it's not a big blizzard now, it's just so much easier to navigate around. Aw, poor little wolf. As we've discussed before, in real life, wolves usually will not attack you. Wolves will almost always run away from you. So, in an odd twist, the easy mode in this game is actually more realistic. Okay. So, the first number was 19, right? Okay. How do we... Okay, 19... 30... Couldn't you just brute force this? 30, and then 0, 8. There we go. Now the bank vault's open. Ooh, can I search any bank deposit box? Ooh. Okay, we unlocked it, and now we're searching. Okay, we got our
Come
safety
handy.
deposit box. Might as well search for other stuff too, though. Oh, we don't have number 7. I wonder if the number changes for different playthroughs too. I wonder if the combination is like procedural. The most beautiful example of a procedural vault is in Dishonored 2, where there's a door that you can only open with a logic puzzle, and the logic puzzle is procedurally generated. So you can't just look up a walkthrough. Like, you literally have to do the logic puzzle story. It's really beautiful. It's a triumph form. It's probably one of the most immersive semi kind of things ever in the history of the form. Okay, we're back here. Oh, here's my bedroll. Probably take that and then give her back her security box.
I managed to get into the bank, and
Did you find it?
here's the safety deposit box you asked for. I still don't...
Shh, please. Give me the box.
The box. Oh, it's that small?
Jewelry? I don't understand.
Just wanted a
You said
rosary?
this would help me find her.
It will. Outsider, it will.
This doesn't help.
I need to find my friend. Do you think you'll be okay here by yourself?
You've done more for me than you can know, Mackenzie. These pearls were my lilies.
Oh no, I don't want to hear about this.
I didn't come across anyone in the farmhouse or bank that seemed like a Lily.
Oh great, the
Lily was-
protagonist is so oblivious.
It doesn't matter.
That's
Did
right,
you-
it doesn't matter.
Get confused
Oh no.
in your foggy gray memories?
What? That's just rude.
Maybe you thought Lily and my friend were the same?
I'm sorry, Mackenzie. I thought I was helping you.
It's okay. I don't think you're in any danger anymore.
She give me her gun now?
You should have enough supplies to last a while now. I'm sure help is on the way.
Now that I have her pearls. Lily's things.
What? Sorry, I don't understand.
I needed the pearls to remember her, but now you can take her things.
Oh, okay, so this is how this is
Upstairs,
gonna...
in her old room, her climbing gear, her maps.
Oh, that
They can
sounds
help
nice.
you get out of Milton. The path through the mountains.
You mean there's another way out?
Yes. My Lily was a climber. That's what happened. She... Never mind that. Take the rope. the
That's
map,
right, never mind
follow her
that. It's
path.
your own business.
It'll lead you out of Milton and
I
deeper
don't need to
into the
know that.
mountains, north, towards Perseverance Mills.
Okay. If you're sure. Thank you.
Now lead me to my memories, outsider.
We
Go
will.
out there and find your friend. And don't stop to think about we're of the old world. This new world is for the strong to survive.
She is kind of ASMR-y a little bit. Okay. Bye, lady. I still wish you'd give me your gun, but that's okay. Okay, let's go run up here and get this climbing gear.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Ooh. Okay, so this is showing where to go. We have to take that fork in the road, then climb down, then we can sneak through and get to the next map. The game is hinting that I do have to leave things behind though. So, let's look at this weight. Yeah, the rope is very heavy. So let's just drop a lot of this wood. We'll keep some of the wood around. The hatchet's useful. This cooked fish is nice. We don't need 2 bedrolls. I don't know why I have 2 bedrolls. Coal is really useful. To make the fire hot. We have some venison for later. I can probably drop this newspaper. The cloth, I should just mend things now. And use up all that cloth. And then that way I don't have to carry it. Ooh, now they're brand new. Let's mend my pants. We do not want to be pantsless in the wilderness, okay? It's not that kind of game. Unfortunately. Yeah, we're just sewing in front of the fire. Isn't this nice? We should do this more often. Okay, any other clothes I need to repair? I have the park, I have a sweater. I should probably mend this sweater too. Oh, I failed. Mend it. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm pretty good on that now. Let me just drink a bit more water. Eat some more. Eat some of this moldy chocolate, maybe. Drop these weird rabbit guts I'm carrying around. I'll just drop them right there. I don't think I need it. I don't think I need 2 sewing kits either. I'm gonna keep the matches because those are nice. I'm gonna keep the cash to burn. Rifle ammo is very rare, so you should always hold on to that. I don't think I need... I think everything else seems okay. I think I can keep everything else. And I'm pretty much under my limit. Okay, so look at you. Look, I left all this stuff for you. Aren't you happy? Okay, bye now. Okay, let's leave while we still have some daylight. So I have to run down by the gas station and then use the climbing gear to climb down the mountain. Probably don't want to run too much, just because I'm gonna need some of my energy to climb down on the road. This whole area is much easier if you start in it. If you're coming to this area from another spot, from a different map or a different level, this area is pretty difficult to get to because you have to, instead of climbing down the mountain, you have to climb up the mountain. And then it's just really hard. You have to make sure you have enough rope, you have to make sure you have enough energy and supplies. But then at the top, you get into this town, and there's just so many supplies in the town. Ends up being really nice. My lamp currently is not lit because it's daylight out, but I'm just holding it anyway for some reason. I don't know why I'm holding it. I don't know how to stash anything. Oh well. Oh, H for holster. Okay, let's see what else here. There's some notes telling you that the park area is dangerous. Do not attempt to climb down, but we're gonna climb down anyway. here's a ranger station where we can get some last supplies, I think. Get some soda, that's always good. This is also like a nice little base because you can see there's a bed. Ooh.
That'll come in handy.
And then there's a wood-burning stove. There's a lot to keep you here for a little while, if you have to. But let's move on to the main attraction here. There's a little picnic area. And then here is where we're gonna set up our rope.
I have a bad feeling I'm never gonna see this place again.
And now we've set up the rope, and now we can climb down the rope. So it's a little bit like Zelda in that there's like this like stamina bar that you have to watch out for. Climbing up though is much harder than climbing down. Oh. Scripted moment.
What the hell? I guess that rope was older than it looked.
Okay, so that's the one-way gate to make sure we definitely cannot come back here. Oh well. In the survival mode, there's more climbing paths you can take, but we're not going to do that. We're going to keep progressing because we have to keep going down here and right here to go to the next level transition. Oh. There's this guy here. He was in the gas station before.
So, we meet again.
This what you do? Hang around campfires and share wisdom?
These are confusing times. Let me see if I can help.
So I guess he's like a
some-
mystical, magical figure.
I'm an old man. I've seen many things.
But unfortunately, I do have to quit out of this conversation. I'm sure there's a beautiful mood set to this, but I do have to quit out of this conversation and save the game because I now have to do my job and talk to a student. So thanks everyone for hanging out. It's been about an hour, but you got to see the end of episode 1, and next week we might start episode 2 or we might move on to a different game. I don't know, trying to decide. But if you have a preference, let me know. And thanks for hanging out, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.